Hey everybody, it's Craig Beckta here from HowToPlayTheGuitarHQ.com, and I want to welcome you to my new YouTube channel. And today we're going to be going over a beginner guitar lesson, and we're going to be working on the Eddie Van Halen song, You Really Got Me, off of Van Halen's first album. Now I'm going to go over my gear that I'm using really quickly. I'm using a Gibson Les Paul Standard, and I've got a bridge pickup. It's a Mark Tremonti treble PRS pickup in the bridge position. I'm using the new Mesa Mini Rectifier 25-watt head, and you can't really see it in the shot, but I'm using a Mesa Recto cab, a 2x12 cabinet, rectifier cabinet. So that's the gear I'm using, and also I'm using one pedal in my effects loop, and that's the Sonic Stomp by BBE, and that's really kind of giving me a much better sound. I think I'm going to do a video about that. But anyway, let's get started. Let's get into this lesson. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you with this view, and then I'm going to zoom in, and then you can watch my hands and get a better idea of how I'm doing everything. So we'll start off with the intro riff. Now, for those of you who don't know the names of the strings, we're going to start at the top, and it's the low E. The fifth string is the A. Then we've got our D string on the fourth. G is our third from the top, or our third from the bottom, that is. Our B string and our E string. The strings we're going to be focusing on are going to be our low E. We're going to fret a G, which is on the third fret. Then we're going to have a chord. We're going to be using the A, D, and G. And on the D and G strings, we're going to be fretting them on the second fret. We're just going to bar it with one finger. So that'll be the A chord. We don't hit the low E for the A chord. Let me just play it, and you can hear it. We're going to start with a G note, then the A chord, and then the G note, and then the A chord. So let's just tune up. I'm in standard tuning. This song was recorded in E flat, but I'm just in standard tuning. So I'm going to give you an open E and tune to me, and then just rewind this until you're as close as you can be in tune with me. Okay, that was my open A, so take a second, tune to that, and then we'll play along together. Now let's go to the opening riff. I'll do it in normal speed, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm fretting the G note, which is the E, the low E, third fret is a G note. So it starts off with that, and then we're hitting the A chord, which is open A, and then we've got the D and G string, and I fret those on the second fret, just a flat bar, and I'm hitting those three for the A. And then I'm going back to the G, so it's G, A, G. So. And then a little vibrato on the G. And then with my right hand, I'm doing a bit of a percussive motion, and I'm kind of muting the strings, and I'm getting some harmonics here now. I'll show you that in real time. And then I do a bit of a slide, and I'm not even really thinking about what fret I'm going to. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of a slide there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute with my right hand for the verse, so it'll sound like this. And I'm just using my palm, playing the same shape. And then at the end of that, I'm going to do a run, and that run starts on the G string, fourth fret, with a bit of a bend, to the second, then the D, 4, 3, 2, and then the A string, 4, and then 2. So I'm going to play it all through, and then I'm going to zoom in, and we'll just watch my hand. So let's just do it real quick. Now let's zoom in. All right, we're going to run through this in real time again with a close-up. So we're starting on the G, then we've got the A chord, and we're fretting the second fret on the D and the G. So here we go. So to go through that really quick, we're on the G string, 4th fret with a bend, second, We're on the D string, 4, 3, 2, and the A string, 4, 2, and a bit of vibrato. So in real time. And one thing you can do too is I'm really choked up on the pick here, and then as I turn it, you're getting a bit of a pinch harmonic when my thumb touches the string. So let me just sort of demonstrate that. And you'll hear Eddie do that, and you'll also hear Zach Wild. So once again, it's Craig Beck here from howtoplaytheguitarhq.com. Now if you want to learn the rest of that song, just click on the link below this video. There's a blue hyperlink, and you can go visit howtoplaytheguitarhq.com. When you get there, click on the Guitar Lessons tab, and you can see the rest of this song. Also, while you're here, take a second, click on the subscribe button above this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.